Hello there, Aquarius. Welcome to Diamond Dragon Lady. My name is Ariel, and today we are going to work on your 2024 year-long tarot forecast. I am also an astrologer for those of you who have not been with me for very long, and so I will be adding some astrological info throughout the reading, but I always recommend that you do watch my monthly updates, and sometimes I do mid-month updates that I will include the main, astrological energies or planetary movements that are very pertinent to your sign. So let's go ahead and jump in. This is going to be, we're going to work with a bunch of oracle cards. We're going to get into a 12-month tarot spread for you and just get the story of the energy of this year of 2024 coming up for your sign. So dear spirit, angels, ancestors, guides, let's see what we have for Aquarius for 2024, please. Anything that they need to see, hear, or be aware of for their highest and best good, please. And we're going to start with one main keyword that will be the big focus of your 2024. Oh my goodness. All right, Aquarius. You have got the same card that Capricorn had, and that's very interesting. So openness is the same as their keyword that I just finished their reading. So, I even said it's like there looks like a little Capricorn constellation in the card. But I would say for you, openness is a keyword. Keep an open mind, an open spirit, an open heart. Because we have that big full moon in this card, I really do feel that these full moon cycles or new moon cycles are going to be very important for you. You're going to have a lot of, kind of special events or important things that may come through around those lunar cycles. So just keep those in mind. Keep that awareness. When you see that full moon, it's like, oh, there's a special time for me here. So yes, this is definitely a time to being open to change, open to growth, keeping an open heart, keeping an open mind to what's coming through for you this year. And, the emotions might be very heightened as well because of that full moon. Full moon always brings up some heightened emotions. So let's pull a few more cards from our Black Moon Astrology deck. We're going to get some more into what the what astrological houses, planets, signs, events might be affecting you very strongly in 2024, Aquarius. All right, ninth house. Ooh, Sagittarius house is the house of faith. It is the house of education, higher learning. It often has to do with travel or movement. So you may be moving and traveling. You may be taking a class. You may be going back to school. You may be learning something brand new for you, Aquarius, something that really gets your mind going. We have the Grand Trine energy. This is blessings coming through. A Grand Trine is a free-flowing pattern of planetary alignment. So I think that this could also indicate that there are some things in your life that are all lining up in your favor. So we also we have the Black Moon Lilith. So Aquarius, this can sometimes be doing some shadow work, looking below the surface. It's time to not hide your true self from others or your true feelings from others. And the things that you have been trying to hide may come very powerfully up to the surface. So be very aware of that. On the bottom of the deck, we do have the 7th house. This is the Libra house of partnership. So relationship may also have a very strong focus. There may be some big things moving through the 7th house for those of you that this reading really applies to. And that can, that can bring up all kinds of things because this can mean, contracts, the ending or beginning thereof. It can signal marriages, divorces, engagements, going from being single to being coupled or vice versa. So this can all be coming up to the surface this year for you, Aquarius. Next, we're going to get into a spiritual guide or guardian. And we're going to ask which one of them is helping you out the most. We often do pull, these spirit guides each month for my monthly forecast, but this is going to be a special one just for the year ahead. Which one is kind of overseeing this year for you and really has your back through this process. Okay, we have the White Eagle Ancestor Spirit. So for those of you who feel any kind of pull towards American Indigenous roots, or if you have that symbology in your dreams, if you find feathers, if you find, things in nature that really kind of pique your interest and catch your eye, that's definitely your ancestors coming through or your spirit guides coming through to say, hey there, I gotcha. I'm helping you out. Don't be afraid. Connect to your lineage. Family wounds and old patterns can also be healed now. So if there's something very challenging in the past, from a family pattern of behavior, this is also something that can really be brought up to be healed during the year of 2024. Let's get into next a spirit animal. And this again is going to be just a really special one, Aquarius, for your 2024. And we have the peacock spirit, so let it shine. Don't be afraid to show your true heart, Aquarius. Don't be afraid to speak your truth, show your true colors, be yourself. The old saying, proud as a peacock. There is a thing about, keeping the ego in check, of course. You don't want to be arrogant or conceited about it. But if you have something you're truly proud of, it is not wrong to show it off a bit. Let yourself shine. Let your true soul and spirit come through. The other thing I love to say about, peacock feathers is they've often been used as a form of protection, and guarding, because it's that evil eye, right? It's that symbol that protects you from negativity or toxic people. And it's actually one of the big reasons that the peacock fans that big, tail out, is because when a predator, might be trying to bother them, they see all those things that looks like a bunch of eyes looking at them and it scares them off. So, there is that thing too about protecting yourself from energies or people that are not good for you or might even be a little jealous of your achievements. So that is a very interesting card to come up. Let's go ahead and get into the last card I'm going to pull, Oracle card, before we do your tarot. And that's going to be the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. This is such a beautiful deck. I don't use it much, but I love the artwork. And I like to do it with, a year-long reading because it kind of shows what element, what area, what kind of mystical environment that you're going to inhabit this year, Aquarius. Let's see what we have for you. Ooh, beautiful. Oh, open like the lotus, flowering spirit, revelation, and maturity. So Aquarius, the lotus, it comes through a lot of dark, murky times to emerge. We see that beautiful flower, but we don't often think about, the murk and the mud and the darkness and the difficulty that it has to push up through to bloom like that. And that's a big reason why, it's used as a symbol of enlightenment or awareness, is because you have to go through the heaviness, the darkness, the deep transformations before that true awareness can blossom. And I think it's beautiful because we have this key, again, of openness. Openness here again, Aquarius. This is a year that it's time to be very open to changes and transformations. Another big thing that's happening right now that I have to talk about is the movement of Pluto into your sign. And that does happen on January 21st, 2024. Pluto is our planet of transformation. It rules death, birth, and rebirth cycles. It is like a phoenix from the ashes, right? And it rules the sign of Scorpio. So that previously was in Capricorn for almost 15 years. And during that time, Capricorns had to go through a lot of big transformations, some pretty heavy dynamic growth. And I'd really say, because I am a Capricorn with an Aquarius rising, and so I'd absolutely say that was certainly my experience. And it is not the easiest thing in the world, that is for sure. Pluto is going to be in Aquarius for 19 years after it starts its transit on January 21st, in the new year. So just letting you have that big heads up there, Aquarius. The earlier you're born into, the sign of Aquarius, the more you're going to feel it right away. Pluto is slow power that builds over time, so we don't always feel the fullness of it until it's been there for a little while, but you will definitely start to notice it. I think that's a big reason why we've got this energy of you've got to stay open, because there's a lot that's going to be coming to you. There's a lot that's going to be transforming in you. And if you resist the change, if you try to stay stuck or you try to stay still with it, it will be a lot more difficult, right? It's like, this is just go with the flow. Be open. There's huge transformation coming through. There's a lot of revelations. There's going to be so much that shifts and gets moved around. And, sometimes it really is like a phoenix from the ashes, but you can't rise from the ashes until that fire burns down whatever it is that was a blockage. So, not to try to make you nervous or try to scare you about anything, but it's just, I just know, because I've gone through this major transit in my own sun sign, and it was really huge. And it was very difficult at times, but I wouldn't trade it for anything, because it's beautiful what it ends up doing for you. It breaks you free. It truly does. It absolutely transforms you into a new being. And you're going to be feeling that effect, Aquarius. So let's go ahead and get into your tarot. I know that's a lot to take in. But let's go ahead and see what some more cards are going to say. This is going to be a 12-month year reading. So we're going to do 1 month for each month of the year, and we're going to clarify each card for you to get, an idea of what your journey is like. There we go. And we're starting out with one of your own cards here, Aquarius. That's our dreamer. That's the Fool card. In the traditional deck, it is ruled by your planet, so that is why it is one of your very special cards from the tarot. So I always like to see that. I always like to see one of, when I'm reading for a sign, I like to see their own cards come out, because it makes me feel like they're in their own energy. They're in their own power in a lot of ways, which is really wonderful. All right, guys, so here we go. Let's get it. Start of the year, January 2024, is the Dreamer, the Fool card. A new start, trust yourself, push your fears aside, take a leap of faith. And it is absolutely about taking a leap of faith, Aquarius. This is saying, I don't know where this is going to lead, but Spirit is really taking me there. So, I'm going to put my fears aside, and I'm going to trust, going to listen to my intuition. It's definitely, that real energy of just, listening to Spirit. And some people might say, well, that's a foolish thing to do, right? That's why we call it the Fool card. But, we know that what the world sees as foolishness in the spirit world is very much often associated with wisdom, or really listening to, the callings of the soul. Yes. And there we go. There might be some confusion here, Aquarius, as you start this year. You've got the Seven of Cups, and it may feel like, oh my goodness, there's different opportunities that I could take. I feel a little bit overwhelmed. Maybe I need to do a little bit of research. And I think that this is very normal for you guys because you are a very intellectual sign. You often get stuck in your head. You often get to overthinking. And so I feel like when Spirit's saying, come on, you got to jump, you got to take the leap of faith, you might kind of go into your head and go, oh no, but I got to think about it. I got to research it. I got to look into it. And I really think that it's better to just go with your intuition, and not overthink it too much, right? Because otherwise you just get bogged down in confusion and then you don't make a decision at all. Going into the month of February, as we're heading into your season, we do have the Knight of Swords. So I do feel like you have a lot on your mind to say. You might be rushing it in to share it with somebody. There's something that you've got on your mind. Likewise, there could also be a lot of communication coming your direction as well. But this is a lot. This can sometimes be unexpected changes. It can be, a lot of things that change your mind because, the swords are the element of the air of the mind. So things are moving fast. Things are moving quickly in the month of February, it looks like. And we have the Three of Wands. So you also may be waiting for someone or something to return to you. We've got the Three of Wands. This kind of says, I'm waiting for my ships to come in, waiting for some kind of news or some kind of movement. I think you're going to get it. That February month is looking very, very active. But again, I'm going to reiterate, for Aquarius or for any air sign, really, it's like, don't get stuck in your head, because getting stuck in your head can really prevent you from taking the action that you need to. Going into the month of March, we have another night. So I'd say February and March, there is a lot of movement here in these 2 months. Knights are on horses, and their horses are always moving. So this could be a romance. It could be something that's super seductive, sensual. It could be love offers coming in, given or received. Somebody's offering a cup of love. You may be offering your cup of love. So again, this is a very passionate, romantic kind of night. There could be some travel for romance, travel for love in the month of March for you, Aquarius. Let's get a clarifier on this for you. And we have the Five of Pentacles. Aw, yeah. And it may be somebody that, wow, this kind of points to me as like somebody missing you or you missing someone. One or the other feeling out in the cold, maybe both feeling out in the cold, because this Five of Pentacles is really saying, like, part of why you or them or somebody wants to connect with you is because there's been either some loneliness or some feeling of detachment. The Five of Pentacles is sometimes a feeling of scarcity or lack or loss. And I would say that if it's you feeling this way, it's time to take a whole new approach, Aquarius, because inside this building, there is a warm light, there is a warm heart, right? There's, or maybe there's all that love. And it's like, instead of just staying out in the cold, out in the ice and the snow, it's time to go inside where it is warm, where there is love, where there is light. So very interesting energy for the month of March. Going into the month of April, we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is a really nice card for anyone, any reading. It really does indicate that you're enjoying the results of your efforts. Something you've done has started to pay off. You may be feeling more grounded, more stable, more content within yourself. For people who are single, this is definitely like that feeling of just being super happy within your own work or accomplishments. Even if you're not single, you're still feeling that way. And you definitely feel like, yeah, I've got what it takes to stand on my own 2 feet. We also have, always that little falcon, that bird in the card, which definitely gives good foresight. So I think that in the month of April, you'll also, not only are you feeling more stable, but you're also able to kind of have that foresight to say, I know how to plan well in advance for the future. And we have the King of Pentacles here. So yes, you are feeling very, very stable, and you're definitely feeling very conscious of your resources, your finances. This is a time where you really want to use your resources wisely. That's how you feel. You're like, I really want to do the right thing. Sometimes the King of Pentacles can be a little stubborn. He is the Taurus king. He is kind of like, don't move me around too much. So, don't get so focused only on money that you can't see the bigger picture. That's the only caution I would give it all with those two cards, because I feel like things are actually maybe better than you think, right? Because the King of Pentacles can sometimes be overly concerned with his coins and his money, but you're doing just fine, better than you probably think. In the month of May, we've got the High Priestess. So May may be a very intuitive, sensitive kind of month. This is lunar energy. Again, we talked about those lunar forces being very important to you. This is Taurus season most of that month. So again, it's very stabilizing, but I feel like you get your stability from really pulling within, from listening to your own intuition, and doing what you feel is right from the wisdom that you receive during that time. And we have the Nine of Cups. So you might be meditating about your dreams, your wishes, your goals for the future, because the 9 isn't quite yet the 10 yet, right? The 10 would be the fullness of the joy and wishes fulfilled, but you're almost there. It's kind of like it's just within your grasp, and I feel like you just need to focus in a little bit more, right? It's like just pay attention to what it is that you really want to manifest, what it is that you really truly wish for, what are the desires of the heart and the soul. Going into the month of June, we have the Four of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. It is definitely, again, it's very money conscious. This to me is also a card that says, your heart may be a little guarded. And it's very much an energy of, I don't want to get my heart hurt. I don't want to get financially hurt. I want to be wise with both my heart and my money. So it's kind of that balance between being open, right? We have all this stuff about being very open, but you're also being cautious. And I think that finding the balance between being careful, but also being open enough to receive is very important during this month of June. Yeah, we have the Eight of Cups. This could be a month of letting something go, leaving something behind. You might be really kind of taking into account like the financial issues or things that are around that. But, the Eight of Cups always says it's like, to me, it's like, here we go. You're meditating on the Nine of Cups, which is what you really want, right? There's that missing cup. The Eight of Cups is sort of like, maybe a lot of things in life really are pretty decent, right? They're stable, or they're okay, but there's that missing cup that just, it's like, this is not fulfilling in some way, right? What's not fulfilling to the soul or the spirit or the heart. And so this is definitely letting go of something, moving beyond the here and now and continuing a journey. Many times it does coincide with leaving a job, a relationship, a home situation, whatever it may be, and, going in search of something that is going to be far more fulfilling. It's like searching for that missing piece. Going into the month of July, getting into our summertime, we do have the King of Cups. King of Cups is a beautiful card. It really does indicate people that are trustworthy, solid, true, they have integrity, their word is good, they mean what they say what they mean. It's for singles, of course, it can be that solid romantic relationship. It can also be, you know, a good counselor, a good friend, because, you know, the King of Cups, it's the Cancer King. They're very solid, very loyal. And here coming out, these two came out together, so I'm going to take them both. Very interesting. We've got the Hermit and the Justice card, both coming out. So this could be really taking some time to do some inner seeking. And this is also taking some time to balance yourself. I feel like the people that truly have your back, that truly know your heart, they're going to assist very greatly in your inner healing and also in your inner balance. You know, this could be, you know, the Hermit is about, it's Virgo energy. It's all about, you know, healing the self. But it is also that solitary journey that we all have to take sometimes. Justice is coming out here too. So again, this can be contracts. This can be, you know, agreements, fairness, legal decisions or situations. Take it as it resonates, because this is a general reading. Going in next to the month of August, continuing along with our summer, we have the Chariot, also Cancer energy. So there is a lot of Cancerian vibration here coming in for you, Aquarius, in the summertime. Not funny enough, you know, it's like most of July is Cancer season. To me, Cancer, especially in the tarot, is usually a sign that gets related to the subconscious, you know, the subconscious drives and what it is that we really want. The Chariot has to do with coming out of stagnation. It has to do with going forward. It's really learning and embracing wisdom. It's personal development and growth. Again, it's, you know, really bringing in balance. And I think, again, you know, if the months of travel, this is going to be another time that you may be doing some moving around in August. And look at that, Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, a lot of knights this year. There is a lot of movement here for you, Aquarius. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is a little different, and he is a much slower knight, right? So in the month of August, there's still going to be movement, but you're going to be slow walking it. There's going to be some planning. There's going to be some preparation, because this is the knight that has the best chance of getting to their destination, because they definitely plan ahead. Sometimes we call him the little turtle knight, right? Because he's slow and steady, wins the race. He wants to take his time. He wants to set things up properly, because once he does, he means it to last, right? He wants to get to the finish line and show up in one piece. But enjoy the slowness while it happens, because we've got it picking up back again in September. There is a lot of movement in this year. The month of September is the Eight of Wands. So this to me is forward movement, things going a lot faster, maybe after a time of, again, stagnation or slowness. There's a lot going on, but there's often very good opportunities here. This is a Sagittarius energy card, so definitely a travel kind of card. And one of the older interpretations of this card is Cupid's arrows of love, you know, flying through the air. Again, for single Aquarians, this could really be like that big love match, you know, coming into fruition. It could be those huge fireworks, a lot of passion going on. But if not, this is definitely just a lot of movement forward, a lot of busyness, but good busy, right? Good opportunities. And we have the Two of Cups. Definitely a romantic month for those who are wanting that. Oh my goodness. Two of Cups is definitely a destined relationship. It is a soulmate. We also have the Caduceus between them. This is another Cancer card. And so there is a lot of healing that goes on in a relationship like this. This could definitely be a relationship that soothes the soul, and really restores the heart and the spirit as well. So very, very nice energy there. Going into the last 3 months of the year, our October is the King of Wands. So I feel like this is absolutely about going out and getting what you want. This is Aries energy. Not afraid to put yourself first a little bit. It's a motivational, inspiring energy. It's a leadership role, so you may be stepping into a role of leadership and truly upping your game here, Aquarius. Yep, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. So there is our little Capricorn queen with her little bunny rabbit, which I love. This could be you connecting with a Capricorn, with an Aries, very strongly. Those are the two signs that are really indicated in that matchup. And it's a very interesting combination because I feel that you will be embracing both bold action, which is in that Aries energy, but you'll also be very wise because Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn energy is very wise. It's very grounded, likes to plan ahead. So I feel like, you will be bringing together the best of both worlds. It's kind of like you know how to get things done, but you're also going to do it with a lot of wisdom. November, we have the Page of Pentacles. So this is our little adventure of the tarot, our eternal student. Again, you had something else. Did you have a Page of Pentacles before? Let me look at your read. But there's something in here that kind of made me think, yeah, maybe you're taking a class or you're going somewhere, you're trying something new. There could be personal development. Maybe with that Chariot, there definitely is some of that energy for you this year. So you may be picking up something new just for the heck of it. Even if it's not like something serious, you could be investing in something around this month of November. Studying something new. Keep an open mind, right? We have the openness this year. So stay open to learning new things, trying new things. Pages have that kind of young, youthful, childlike energy. So it's like, keeping an open mind, keeping a childlike sense of wonder, comes into view there. And we have the Five of Swords. So I feel like, during this period of time, you also could be letting go of something that just simply was not good for you, or behavioral patterns that were not good for you. To me, Five of Swords is the should I stay or should I go energy, right? And sometimes it means that we're letting go of something that it's time to release. So you might be relearning some things here, Aquarius. It might be like, I've maybe learned some patterns that weren't the greatest, and I maybe picked up some, things from other people that I'm not really crazy about. And so I'm kind of relearning my ways of thinking and being. Wow. Yeah. Going into the last month of the year, December 2024, we have the Queen of Cups. I love it when the Queen and the King of Cups both show up in a reading because it really does show like there is a power couple at play here. There is a beautiful connection somewhere going on in your life. I do think as well, you are very sensitive. There is so much Cancerian energy here. We have the King and Queen of Cups. We have the Chariot. We have the High Priestess. We have the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Cups. There's a lot of sensitive energy here. So I would really honor your sensitivity this year, Aquarius. Your personal boundaries are important, but also so is openness, right? Using your intuition about opening up to the right people, right? The right people are always going to welcome you and embrace you. The ones that aren't are always going to feel like a closed door. You're always going to feel like you have to work extra hard to be understood. You'll know exactly who to open up to if you get out of your head, don't overthink, and feel it out a little bit more. That's what's very called for this year, because this is a year of huge changes. There's so much shifting. Let's get a clarifier here on this Queen of Cups. Yes. Oh my goodness. It couldn't have said it better. There it is. Is the Eight of Swords. This is being stuck in your mind. This is being stuck in your head. Trying to think your way out of something that is actually requiring you to be very intuitive. So Aquarius, you're the only one that can set you free from the overthinking. And wow, look at what was on the bottom of the two decks. We have the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Swords. There could be something that's just keeping you up at night, going round and round in your head. And I would say that, whatever needs to end, because the Ten of Swords is the end of a very painful cycle, a very difficult time. You know, it's like literally packing the bags and it's like time to go. So whatever is like really stressing you out, whatever has got you feeling burdened, weighed down, heavy, all of that, it's time to start, you know, dismantling it or rearranging it or changing it as you need to, because this is a time to, you know, start setting yourself free. This is a time to start transforming beyond just the here and now. This is a major change from within. Stay open to the changes, Aquarius. I know this is a lot. I know it's a lot. But there's some very positive movements forward. And the best thing that you can do is to start to really feel your feelings, pay attention to your intuition, and don't overthink. Don't overthink too much. I think you have a lot of spiritual wisdom, and I don't think you always maybe give yourself enough credit for it, because it's absolutely there. This reading is really showing it up. There's a lot of balance here. You have, you know, good financial stability. There's definitely like passion and love if you want it. There's definitely chances to come out of the cold. There's chances to go beyond to something that's more fulfilling. You know, there's chances for really, really great friendship connections as well, and learning new things this year. So let's wrap it up with a blessing card. Let's see what 2024 is blessing our Aquarians on. Ooh, a blessing for support. Yes. So Aquarius, this is beautiful. So even though, right, there can be some challenging things, there can be some things coming up this year that are not the easiest. You know, there's some big things you're freeing yourself from and transforming through, but you really do have the support you need. I think that, you know, the people that you know, the friends that you have, you know, that really have your back, they can get you through this stuff. Interestingly enough, on the bottom of the deck, we had the blessing on a resolution, right? So there's definitely something that's getting resolved, getting some closure. And if you're feeling really sensitive and really vulnerable, look at this. We have a blessing to find your way right after that. So I do feel like you're finding your way. And this is a lot of transformation. But don't be afraid to reach out for support. You know, trusted friends, trusted counselors can really get you through this. Stay open. There's a lot of blessings that come through when these kind of big things start to transform for us. So have a beautiful 2024, Aquarius. All the best, and I'll be talking to you all again soon. Take care.